A number of distinguished guests who are achievers in their own fields are here with them. I welcome each of them. Some of those who took part in the voting are also present. Ladies and gentlemen, it is you who have chosen Rasul Pukuti. This evening is yours. Welcome everyone. Thank you.
Our chief guest for the evening, Shri Amitabh Bachchan, needs no introduction. He is known the world over for his acting prowess, and he is right now in the midst of promoting Run. His latest film, which is incidentally about making news by television news channels. Let us now see what is the breaking news on Shri Amitabh Bachchan.
Amitabh, meaning the light that would never go off. The leading light of the Indian film industry, son of a great poet. Words came easy for him. He excelled at saying them and giving them life. His silence and his eyes could convey the collective consciousness of the Indian society. From South Hindustani to Pa to Run, he has come a long way. But for the man on the street, he has remained Amitabh Bachchan, the greatest superstar. For the rest of the world, he is Big B, actor, television host, and a phenomenon. It's the light that he radiates from the silver screen that touches our hearts, never to go off. Ladies and gentlemen, Amitabh Bachchan, a man idolized as God. We welcome him to God's own country.
I would like to invite Shri Amitabh Bachchan to please come up on to the stage.
दे रही कितना दिलासा आज रोके से जरा सा चांदनी पिछले पहर की पास में जो सो गई है रात आधी हो गई.
Oscar winner Rasul Pukuti is Kerala's own and India's best sound designer and mixer. No doubt about it. If you recall, he made one of the best Oscar acceptance speeches to date. Let us now relive the best moments of Mr. Rasul Pukuti's life and career with a short film.
Rasul Pukuti, he has shown what belief, hard work and discipline can do. He has shown what single-minded dedication to one's craft can achieve. Irrespective of where one is born and the circumstances one endures, Rasul has shown that the sky can be touched. Destiny can be created. From Vilakkopara to Pune to Mumbai and beyond, he has had history being handed over to him. He took Om to the Oscars and brought home the Oscar. He has become our new synonym for sound. It was black with Amitabh Bachchan that propelled Rasul to limelight, and it is our pleasure to have them back together on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Rasul Pukuti, Manorama News Newsmaker of the Year 2009.
I would like to invite Mr. Rasul Pukuti to come up onto the stage. Please give a loud round of applause for Mr. Rasul Pukuti, Manorama News Newsmaker of the Year 2009.
आजा आजा जिंद शामी आने के तले आजा जरी वाले नीले
Rasul Pukuti, distinguished guests, my dear friends, Mohanlalji, Mammootty, members of the fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. This is indeed a very great honor for me
to be here this evening. To, what can I say? To be present on the same stage with this wonderful gentleman who has brought so much name, fame, and glory to our wonderful nation. I would like all of you to once again join me in applauding this young man's great effort. Rasool and I have been associated in many films together, and I must admit that there have been moments during the making of several of my films when Rasool has been insistent with the way we behaved, with the way we performed, with the way we acted in front of the camera. Many a times, and I'm sure that the actors here would understand, there would be a retake because Rasool was not happy with the sound of that moment. And we all understand how irritating it is when you have to retake a shot merely because of the sound. But I have to give it to Rasool that every time that he interrupted our performances, we, despite the fact that we were upset or annoyed or irritated for that moment, we always succumbed to the fact that here was a young man who was doing his job and wanted to do it to the utmost efficiency. We succumbed to him, and thank God that we did, because when we did succumb to his whims and fancies of technical finesse, he produced some wonderful sound mixing that eventually went on to make the film a great success. So even though we have spent many a time arguing on set and wishing that he would not ask us to retake a shot, I have to say that in the end, better quality, better desire to work, and a better temperament towards the quality of the performance had to be submitted to Rasool Bogati. We are all very proud, of course, that Rasool has brought so much glory and fame to our nation by winning the Oscar award. I truly believe that this recognition is perhaps just the very first step towards many within our country. And I do hope that there are many out there who will be inspired by this young man's initiative, by this young man's achievement, because I do believe that the amount of talent that is present in our country is far superior than anywhere else in the world. We have never had the opportunity, perhaps, to express it. We've never had the makers that have made films overseas and given recognition to our products. But I'm certain that with Rasool taking a wonderful step forward in the right direction, we will all follow that example. And sooner or later, there will be many more such individuals from this wonderful land that will achieve the greatness that he has. I'm also very touched by Rasool's great humility and desire to do something for humanity. This afternoon, I had the great privilege and honor to be present at the formation of a foundation that Rasool has initiated to help the underprivileged children within Kerala. And I think that this is a marvelous gesture from a human being who has, despite the fact, achieved so many laurels from all over the world, to in the end think for his own people, people who are without many means, and to do something for them. This is extremely creditable, and I would like to once again applaud him for this great work of his. Rasool, may you prosper ever. May you always continue to do good work. And may your initiative towards donating towards humanity be understood, be recognized by everybody. And this wonderful example that you have set for all of us, may this continue. May you do extremely well. And may you bring further glory to our wonderful nation. Thank you.
May I request Mr. B. Ramakrishna, Chief Operating Officer, Idea Cellular, and Mr. Jayant Maman Matthew, Director, MMTV, to please come onto the stage. would like to request Shri Amitabh Bachchan to present the Manorama News Newsmaker 2009 award to Mr. Rasool Pokuti. Let's give a loud round of applause to Mr. Rasool Pokuti.
आजा आजा जिंद शामी आने के तले है आजा जरी वाले नीले आसमाने के तले है
Mr. Rasool Pokuti, we have heard your sound design, but now we are eager to hear what you have to say. Please come.
My dearest and most respected Amitji and the fraternity of Malayalam cinema, Mohanlal sir, Mammootty sir, and everyone who is present, my family and friends, and the media, and everybody who voted for me, and everyone who is listening. Thank you very much. It is, in fact, one of the most proudest moment of my life. Any superlative added to that is not sufficient or not enough to express my feeling at this moment. Exactly 1 hour before last year, very same evening in London, the Opera House, we Indians, myself and Rahman, picked up the first British Academy Award that came to Asia. It may be a coincidence, on this very same day, Bachchan Sahab has given us this day to commemorate a state and its people who have shown me love, kindness, humility, a billion prayers. Probably this moment, the journey we started on the 7th of last year is coming to a logical conclusion. At this moment, when I was born, Amitabh was born out of Sanjeer. Indian cinema has seen a new star. This remarkable and tremendous journey of an artist who culminated into a father figure for everyone who dreamt cinema in this country. And to my knowledge, he is one of the most popular entertainer in the world, the living legend, Ambiji as we call it, Amitabh Bachchan. Years ago, Amitji's name was only a name that I heard on the celluloid. But drew to me was the Malayalam cinema that I have seen in the small theatres in Kerala. My father and mother wanted me to be a doctor. I wanted to be a physicist. And I wanted to invent superconductivity material and bring Nobel Prize to this country. But fate had other plans. I landed up being a lawyer. From there I discovered cinema. I went to Film and Television Institute of India, which is our dream of every film student in this country, a great lineage which I share with my dearest super senior Jayaji. I had the biggest opportunity and privilege to work with people like Mr. Bachchan, who had come from the era of Sing Sound once, moved away from it, created a tradition of dubbing as an art in our cinema, then came back again willingly to admit and adhere and embrace this new breed of technicians who are passing out. The immense media attention and the hearing that I received from the entire nation have prompted me to further my own social sensibilities, which has made me to form this foundation. It actually started as a private conversation with Mr. Bachchan when he was felicitating me in Bombay on account of our Sound Engineers Association. By coincidence, by the grace of Almighty, which Mr. Bachchan Sahab flagged off today, is actually an extension of Bachchan Sahab initiated a year ago. Thank you.